Hi, this is Manish Chauhan from jagoinvestor.com, and in this video I'm going to show you the demo of some of the calculators which we call as advanced calculator. These are not the basic calculators which all the investors need on a regular basis. These are a little different tools which will help you in your financial life in a different way. So let's start looking at the first one, which we call as asset allocator tool. So what this tool does is it will tell you that what should be your asset allocation depending on few things. So it will tell you how much you should invest in equity products, how much you should invest in debt related products, and how much should be your cash and gold composition. So for that you will have to put few things here. So your risk appetite, let's say it is average. Then how far are your long-term goals? How long, like after how many years your retirement is there? So let's say it is after 20 years. And then you have to put what is your knowledge and comfort with equity, that is stock market, mutual funds. So if it is say good, and then how do you define your financial situation? Is it good or is it average or is it bad? So let's say average. And then what is your main priority when it comes to money? Why do you invest? Do you invest for growth of your money, for security of your money, or balance of both? So let's say I choose security of my money. So I invest because I want security. And then how do you define your job? Is it stable, unstable, or is it balanced? So let's say I say it is stable. And then your comfort with ups and downs in your portfolio. So let's say I'm not comfortable with my portfolio going up and down a lot. So given this scenario, it will show you that this can be your ideal composition. So equity can be 40%, debt products can be 50%, and cash equivalent can be 10%. And then there is sub demarcation, like in equity where you can invest how much, in debt products how much can be the composition. Okay, so this is how the asset allocator tool works. Just download it and start playing with it. You will get hold of it. So I'll save it now. I'll move to the next one, and the next one is a very interesting one, which is cash flow and net worth analyzer. So a lot of people understand that how much they earn. They also know that how much they spend. They also know that what is their net worth very roughly. They know that, okay, I have a lot of money in FDs, I have a lot of money in mutual funds, but it doesn't answer a lot of questions. It doesn't give you any insights from your financial life. So what we'll do is I'll just, if you put your cash flow numbers here, that what are your incomes, what all are your expenses, what all are your assets and liabilities. If you break it down and put all those numbers, it will give you some answers which are there on the right hand side. And I'll just give you an example. So let's say I put my income details. So my salary is 5 lakh rupees on a yearly basis. From interest and dividend I earn 50,000 rupees, and my passive income is also 50,000 rupees on a yearly basis. So this is my total income for the year, which is 6 lakh rupees. And then my expenses are here. So rent, grocery, entertainment, all these expenses are there. Then my net worth information is there. So I have assets in these things. So I have shares, I have mutual funds, PPF, real estate, all these things are there. And then liability side, let's say I have a home loan of 25 lakh rupees and I have a credit card debt of 2 lakh rupees. So my total income is, my total assets are 53 lakh 40,000 and my total liabilities are 27 lakh rupees. So my net worth is 26 lakh and my yearly surplus is 23,000 rupees. So I save only 23,000 rupees on a yearly basis. So this is a very high level data. And out of this, if you want to make some insights, what are these? So just look at the right hand side and you will see some numbers which will really open up your mind and really give you a feeling of what exactly is going on. So what part of your income you spend on eating out and entertainment? So it is 10%. So suddenly it shows you a red mark that this is not very good. You should not spend 10% of your entire income into just entertainment and eating out. Then what part of your income are you investing each year? So it says that 17%. You are investing 17% of your income each year, which is like, okay, that's the reason there is a yellow mark there. It should ideally be at least 20%. That's the reason it is showing yellow mark. Then what part of your income goes into premiums of life and health policies? So you must be having life insurance, health insurance policies, and you must be paying premiums for that, right? So you're paying 3% of your income into that. So which is like, okay. Then what part of your income is passive income? How much part of your total expenses is enough for your basic survival? Not the full expenses, but at least it can pay for your rent, groceries, and bills. At least it can pay for it. So 50% of your expenses go into basic survival. Rest 50% is, investments, EMIs, and other kind of expenses. So 50% is okay. What part of your basic necessities can your passive income cover? Understand this. So you can live a bare minimum life, and if you have to live like that, 40% of that can be covered by your passive income, which is like good. Almost half of your basic necessities can be covered by passive income. Ideally, a person should have 100% passive income for that. So this is an insight. Then how many times your yearly surplus is your net worth? So your net worth is 114 times of your yearly surplus. So whatever you save, which is like good. And then how long can your net worth support your normal expenses? So for 90 months you can survive with your net worth. So these are some of the things which you are getting, and you can get these red, yellow, or green signals. So green is good and red is bad and yellow is like fine. So this is how you can get some insights. So that is why we call it as cash flow and net worth analyzer. So let's move to the next one, which is create your own child policy. So a lot of people buy child plans and endowment plans for their child education, and what will happen if I die? So all these questions are there. So this calculator, what it does is it combines term insurance and other kind of investment products into one, and it creates a structure which acts like a policy. So all you need to do is fill up all these things, and it will tell you that what are the 2 things you have to do. So for example, how much money should your family should get in case you die? So let's say you put that it should be 1 crore. So if you die, your family should get 1 crore rupees. What is the yearly amount you need in your for your child regular education? So let's say your child is in first standard, and you say that every year I should get around 1 lakh rupees for my child education. So you put 1 lakh rupees, and then you need it for next 12 years. So you need 1 lakh rupees for next 12 years, which also increases by 8% every year. And you are assuming a return of, let's say, 10% on your investments. And then this is the money you want to accumulate for his higher education. So you say that I want to accumulate 40 lakh rupees also for my child higher education. So given this situation, this is what you can do now. So the first step is that you should take a term plan for 1.22 crores. And step 2 is that you should start investing 1.7 lakhs yearly. That comes around 15,000 rupees on a monthly basis. So if you do these 2 things, all these things will be covered. So a big part of your life insurance policies will go to your family. That will be 1 crore rupees, which you define. Then a small part will be invested for your child post graduation, and a small part will also be invested in a bank FD, which will start giving you that 1 lakh rupees on a yearly basis for next 12 years. And so this is what will happen. Step 1 will take care if you die, and if you do not die, then that 15,000 rupees which you are investing on a monthly basis, that will take care of your child post graduation. Okay, so this is how you can create that structure. So I'll move to the next one. Just play around with this calculator. The next one is financial freedom calculator. So this is a pretty interesting calculator, and we call it as financial freedom calculator because we are assuming that you will achieve financial freedom when you are not earning, when you do not have to work for money. So what is that situation, and when you will be able to achieve that financial freedom? So you have to put some of the numbers here. For example, what is your current yearly income? So let's say a person is earning 10 lakh rupees. I'll just take an example. So a person is earning 10 lakh rupees on a yearly basis, and what part of your income is required to lead a frugal and a basic financial life? So let's say you say that 50% of my income is enough to live a basic life, but I need 100% of my income, that is total 10 lakh rupees, if I want to live a nice and a great life, which you must be doing right now. And then what is your salary hike every year? So let's say you say that my salary hike is 8%. What are your assets worth? So you say that I have only 5 lakh worth of assets right now and I have no liabilities. And then you say that what is the future inflation you assume? So you say that I assume 8% inflation in future. And then you say that I also assume a 10% return on my investment. And then what kind of for how long do you want income in future? If you are financially free, let's say you are financially free, for how long do you want income in your life? So you say that I want income for at least 30 years. And then what percent of your income you can invest maximum in a year? So you are earning right now 10 lakh rupees, right, which we defined as the first thing. What part of that 10 lakh rupees you can invest every year for next many years? So you say that okay, I can invest up to 20%. So let's say you say that I can invest 20% of my income on a yearly basis consistently, and I can also grow that amount to by 10% every year. So the moment you put all this information, suddenly on the right hand side it will show you that what is your financial freedom number. So your financial freedom number is 1 crore 5 lakh rupees. Sorry, it is how much is it? Yeah, 1 crore 5 lakh rupees. So if you have 1 crore 5 lakh rupees today, then you will be able to live a frugal life. You will be financially free for a frugal life. But currently you just have 5% of that, right? You remember that you have put that you have assets worth 5 lakh only. So it is just 5%. You only have 5% of your financial freedom number. And then financial freedom number in future will be like 14 crore rupees, and that will happen after 35 years. So given this situation which we have defined, you will be able to achieve a financial freedom after 35 years. And that will be only for a frugal life. And for a nice desired life, it will take around 57 years. So this is some insight about your financial life, that what you are doing, how kind of financial life you are living, what kind of financial freedom you can generate using this. So just find out that what is your financial freedom number and when you can find it out. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. And the next one is HRA calculator and analyzer. Okay, this is a pretty good one. So we all have HRA component in our salaries, right? But we do not get some insights into it, that how much part of your rent is covered by HRA, etc., etc. So and a lot of people don't know how to calculate their HRA, so it will help them. So all you need to do is put your basic salary and DA for entire year. So let's say a person is getting 3 lakh of basic salary and DA, and then how much HRA you get yearly. So if he gets, let's say a person says that I get 2 lakh of HRA every year, and the actual rent paid by him in a year is, let's say 1,20,000. So he is paying 10,000 rupees of monthly rent. Is he living in a metro? And then he chooses yes or no. Let's say no, for example. And now you can see that your exempted HRA is 90,000 rupees. So you will get tax benefit on only 90,000 rupees. So these are the three things here. So your actual HRA is 2 lakh rupees, and your actual rent minus 10% of basic is 90,000, and 20% of your basic salary is 1,20,000. This is what you can also see. And the minimum amount out of these three is generally considered as HRA. That is the formula of calculating HRA. So your HRA is 90,000 rupees on a yearly basis. You can save tax on this much. And then you are only able to get 45% of your HRA as exemption. So you are getting 2 lakh rupees as HRA, but you are able to get exemption only on 45% of that amount. And then your exempted HRA is 75% part of your actual rent paid. So you pay rent of 1,20,000, but your HRA is 90,000, which is just 75%. So these are some of the numbers you get out of this calculator. So you can calculate the HRA, and you can also get these 2-3 insights out of it. Okay, let's move to the next one now, and that is know your financial products calculator, or more than calculator, it is a tool. So I'll explain a bit about this. This is a very interesting concept, and I have also covered this in one of my books. So what it says is that we all have a lot of financial products in life. We have credit cards, we have ULIP, we have mutual funds, we have ELSS, we have LIC policies, we have SBI policies, different kind of endowment plans, EPF, PPF, and all sort of things, right? Now, there are some parameters which we should generally check, and we should be very clear about it, but we are generally not. So we can just check how good or how clear we are on these parameters. So let's say, I'll just give you an example. Let's say you have a LIC policy, for example. It can be LIC policy, it can be SBI policy. There is nothing wrong with any company. It's just that we are talking about endowment policies. A lot of people must be having some kind of endowment plan. Now, all you have to choose is you have to tell that, are you clear about returns part? Do you truly understand what is the return you will get out of these policies? So you have to choose if you are fully comfortable, if you fully understand that part, if you understand that part but not completely, or you do not understand at all. So if you're not clear about the return part, you can choose not at all. And many people do not understand the returns part, how much return they will get, what is the percentage return, all those things. So let's say that you choose not at all. Are you clear about the risk part? What are the risks in these policies? So let's say you are not clear, so you choose not at all. Charges, do you understand what kind of charges are there? Let's say you understand it but not completely, so you choose not completely here. And then you choose liquidity part. So how liquid is that product? Do you understand if you can withdraw money before the maturity? Can you withdraw it in next 3 years, 4 years? So do you understand that part or not? So let's say you understand it. You are very clear that you can't withdraw before 3 years, you can withdraw after 3 years, and all those things. So you are fully clear about that part. So you choose fully. And then you say that have you linked this investment with some financial goal in your life? Because giving a purpose to your financial product is very important. So let's say you have not linked it with any goal. You just bought it for some random reason. You have not linked it with some financial goal. So the moment you choose these 5 things, it will tell you the suitability score. So your suitability score is 28%. And the suggestion is that you do not understand this product. Okay, so better dig deeper. This is not a right thing. A red mark is not good. Okay, and this is how. So you can also see that what its score means. So if you get anywhere from 0 to 40%, it's a bad thing. You should understand this product in a deeper way. If you get a score between 40 and 74%, it's average, and only above 75% is good. So your aim is that you should have a score of 75% in all the financial products. So in the same way, you put credit cards. Do you understand the returns part? Yes, I understand the returns part. Do you understand the risk part? Let's say you do not understand what are the risks. So no, I do not understand what are the risks with the credit card. Do you know the charges? What are the charges which are cut in credit card? What is the monthly charge if you do not pay it on time, and all those risks? So let's say you understand it. The liquidity part, it doesn't apply here, so you'll choose fully. And have you linked with some financial goal? It is not applicable here, so you choose fully. So now here you can see that 80% is your suitability score. So this financial product, which is credit card, is suitable in your situation. So it is fine. You understand. There is something which you don't understand, which is risk part, but better work on it. You are still not 100%. So this way, when you put all the financial products in your life and you put all the parameters here, it will tell you that which financial products have a less suitability score in your financial life, and you need to understand them in a better way. Also at the top you can see that how much you score in each area. So like for example, if your liquidity score is 100%, then it means that you understand the liquidity part very clear among all the financial products you have. So this is how you can use this tool. And now we will move to the next one. So let's move to the next one. And it is loan prepayment calculator. So just open it. It will tell you that if you prepay your loan, then what will be its impact on your loan. So let's say there is an example where your outstanding loan is let's say 23 lakh rupees. We are not talking about the original loan amount. We are talking about the outstanding loan which is there right now. So if you have a loan of say 20 years, for example, and you have already paid for 20 months, just as an example, then what is your outstanding loan? Let's say it is 23 lakh rupees. And what is the total months left? So out of 240 months, you have paid for 20 months. So it is 220 months are left. Interest rate is there, let's say 10%. And what is the EMI? EMI, let's say, is 27,000 rupees. This is what you have to put. So your current EMI is this much. Now, here are two numbers you have to fill. The first one is if you prepay your loan by, let's say, 10 lakh rupees, for example. And yeah, that's all. If you prepay your loan by 10 lakh rupees, let's say you got a bonus in your office or you got 10 lakh rupees for somewhere, what will happen if you do the prepayment? Then this on right hand side you can see the scenario. So before your loan, in the scenario before where you do not prepay, the total interest you will pay in these 220 months will be like close to 10 lakh rupees. And your tenure will be 220 months. But if you prepay your loan by 10 lakh rupees, then you will be paying only an interest of 3,82,000 in next 62 months, and your loan will complete. So you will save 63% on interest, and you will save 72% on your tenure. This is the effect of 10 lakhs of prepayment. But let's say you are not able to make prepayment on a one-time basis. You say that I can prepay by 10,000 rupees every month. So apart from my EMI, I can also pay 10,000 additional every month. If you do that, then you will be able to save 9% on your interest, but you will be able to save 60% of your tenure. So your loan will finish only in 87 months. So this will be the effect of this prepayment. So I hope you have got a understanding of how you can use this calculator. So now we'll move to the next one. And the next one is money management system. Now we have made this calculator for the other program which we had, that is power of automation in your financial life, and this tool comes from there. So what you do is here you define a system in your financial life, that how much percentage of your income should be part of your regular expenses, how much percentage of your investment should go into investments, how much should go into your financial freedom, and then out of the regular expenses, how much should be rent, how much should be bills. So what you do is you define all the all the expenses and all the investment in percentage terms, and the moment you do is it designs your system, that what should be your system and what you should follow every year, and what that system can create in your life. So let's say I'll give you an example. Let's say your income is 6 lakh rupees on a yearly basis, and then you say that my regular expenses will be 50% of my income. So all the expenses, including your EMI, rent, bills, groceries, everything is 50% of your yearly income. And then you say that I will invest 30% of my income into investments, and then rest 20% I will invest for my financial freedom. Okay. And then you define that how much should be your rent. Your rent is 20%, your bills are 5%, your groceries 10%, your EMI is 15%. And then in the same way you define your investments, that how much you will invest for these goals. Now the moment you do it, you will see a money management system here, which shows that your income is 6 lakh, then 3 lakh goes into your regular expenses, 1,80,000 goes into your investments, and then 1,20,000 goes into your financial freedom. And then out of this 3 lakhs of regular expenses, your rent has to be 10,000 rupees per month. Your bills cannot increase more than, can be more than 2,500. Your grocery has to be around 5,000 per month. Your EMI has to be around 7,500. Now this is an imaginary number obviously, but you have to define your own system, and then you have to invest 5,000 per month for your retirement, 5,000 for your children goals, and in the same way for other goals. So And all you need to do is just follow this. Don't think much, just follow this each month, each year for next many years. And obviously you will increase these numbers as your salary increase, because we have defined everything in percentage term. And when you do this, what will happen to your growth, your wealth? How will it grow with this system? So if you follow this for next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, this is what will happen. After 5 years, you will have a wealth of 20 lakh rupees. After 10 years, you will have a wealth of 60 lakh rupees. After 20 years, you will have a wealth of 2.6 crores. And after 25 years, you will have a wealth of 4.9 crores. This is the power of this system which you just defined. Now just change the numbers and just see that what is your system and what it can generate for you. So this was a money management system tool, which is also part of our other program, which is automation in your financial life, a wonderful program. Okay, we'll move to the next one now, and now we will see mutual fund tracker. Now this is a very good one. Okay, the first thing we have to do is, when we open this calculator, we have to activate the macros. So you click on this button which is on the top and you enable the macros. And now I'll just show you what it is. So this is an Excel where you can track your mutual fund's worth. What is the total worth of your mutual fund? All you need to do is choose all your mutual funds out of this list. So let's say you have invested in Canara Robeco balance fund. So you just click that. So let's say I have invested into Canara Robeco balance direct plan and growth option. And the moment you choose that, it will display the current NAV, and that current NAV is as of today. What it is doing is it pulls all the NAV data from the internet, from the MFA website, and it is the fresh NAV of today. Okay, sorry, yesterday. Okay, and now all you need to do is how many units you have. So let's say you say that I have 500 units and you bought it on 23rd of November 2000 you bought it on 23rd of January 2013, very recently, and your buying NAV was, let's say, 70 rupees for example. And the moment you put all these three information, it will tell you information like what is the amount you bought it for, what is the current worth, what is the profit and loss at the moment, and for how long have you been holding it. So at the moment there is some error here, but the one which you will have will not have an error. And then suddenly you can also do it for other things. So you say that I have 400 units here, I have 30, I bought it for, let's say, 21st 3rd 2011, and your buying NAV was, let's say, 45. And the moment you do this, so you can put all your mutual funds here, and this will show you that what is the total worth of your portfolio and if you are in profit or you are in loss. So this is how you put all these mutual funds here. And once you populate this with all the mutual funds you have, all you need to do is next time just open this sheet and it will connect to net and it will pull down all the NAVs and it will show you the current worth. Okay, so this one is done. Now let's move to the next one, which is short-term calculator, short-term goals calculator. It is a very good one, and what it does for you is it helps you plan your short-term goals. What we do is we generally plan for very long-term goals. We will plan for retirement, we plan for children education, we plan for our house, but there are so many small goals in life which comes into our mind and we just forget about it. So why not plan for it? So if, let's say, you wanted to go on a vacation with your family after, say, 1 year, and you feel that you require 48,000 rupees for that goal, just put down here. So goal name is vacation. After how many months? That will be 12. What is the required amount? That is 48,000. Let's say you want to buy an iPad and it will cost 42,000 rupees, but it's going to happen after 1.5 years, that is 18 months. And then let's say you want to gift to your parents. Let's say you want to gift something to your parents which costs 24,000 rupees and you want to do it after 18 months. Now the moment you do this, this will show you, this whole tool will show you that you have to open a recurring deposit for 6,333, and that should be done for 18 months. And once you do this, all these three goals are planned. So you will start your investment, your wealth will start growing, and then after 12 months you can withdraw 48,000 for goal number 1, and the moment you withdraw, your whole corpus will come down, and then because you are investing 6,333 every month, it will again increase, and at the end of 18th month you can then withdraw for goal number 2 and goal number 3. It's self-explanatory, so you can just put all these numbers for you, and you can see its effect. So this is how you use this calculator. Now let's move to the next and the last one, which is the budget sheet. Now the first thing you have to do is you have to enable the macros. So go to options and enable it, and then there are some sheets here. The first thing you do is you come to this budget sheet, and there are many things defined here. The first thing you have to do is you have to define some numbers here. So you have to put your income details, your insurance, your home expenses. So what you are doing here is you are defining that how much you want it to be. So let's say you say that I do not want my rent to go above 12,000 rupees per month. So you put 12,000. Then you say that I do not want my grocery to go above 5,000 per month. So you are defining the limit, and then later after, when you will analyze your budget, you will see that in which month you increased this limit and in which month you decreased, you didn't cross the limit. So you say that grocery limit is 5,000. You say that fruits and vegetables should not cross more than 3,000. So this way you define many things. I'll just take an example of these two, which is grocery and vegetables. And the moment you do this, it will also show you that what should be your total home expenses. So it should not cross 8,000 rupees on a monthly basis. So we are just taking example of two things here. You can just define everything here. Now once you do these two things, you now have to come into this first sheet, that is daily expenses sheet, and here you have to record your daily transactions. So let's say today you spent 500 rupees, let's say. So you'll put today's date. So let's put 03/04/2013. This is the date you put. So it will just convert it to 4th March 2013, and then you choose category. So you say that I incurred some home expenses, and then you choose that I paid for grocery. So let's say 500 rupees, and then so this is the first entry you have put. So you have spent 500 rupees on grocery. Then let's say tomorrow you spend another 600 rupees on grocery, for example. So you put grocery from here, and you say that I have spent another 600 rupees, and then let's say on 8th of May, okay, I'm just putting some random number here now. So on this date you have put let's say you have spent something on vegetables and fruits. So let's say you have put 4,000 rupees, okay, like this. So I'm just increasing this number to, let's say 7,000 rupees. Okay, so let's see what happens if with these three numbers. So the assumption is that you will put all the numbers for many months, and once you do that, you go to this sheet and then you just click on this grocery. Once you put that, you will see that it will show you what is your exact expense and did it cross the limit or not. So for the month of March you were in limit, that's the reason it is in green, and for the month of May it increased. So it is showing you the analysis. So we have just put the numbers for 2 months. That's the reason it is showing it only for 2 months. Once you put your data for a lot of months, for the whole year, you can see the detailed analysis. And if you click on vegetables and fruit, you just have to put your cursor here. That's all. And the moment you do that, it will show you the analysis for vegetables. And then you can also go to the main sheet, and it will show you the tabular presentation of your expenses. So you can go to home expenses column, and here you can see that for the month of March your total home expenses were 500 rupees. For the month of May your expenses were 7,000, and then the sublimits, how much was in each category. So this is self-explanatory. And then you can also go to the analysis sheet, and you can see some graphs which will show you that in which month how much was the expenses and their composition. So this again is very self-explanatory. Once you fill all the information, you will understand what it says. Okay, so we have completed all the tools, all the advanced tools which we created for you. So you just start using these, and I'm sure that you will understand how these works. So that is all from my side. Best of luck from my side.